Okay, so I wasn't going to do this because this is kind of personal to me, but I'm feeling compelled to share this just in case it's important. And I got like a homemade candle there I just made today with all leftover candle scraps. And I got my wood and some earth, a bit of earth, pyrite. Yeah, mixed stones and pebbles and crystals. I got my water, the air I fucking breathe, and me. Okay, so I'm just gonna straight off say this. I'm not expecting to get back with my ex-fiance or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed, but I was trying to do some introspection on it and see what my part in it is, accountability. And I realized we were both not healed and we were both triggering each other. So if I asked him to do something and I felt like he wasn't trying hard enough or he did a half-assed job or something, it would trigger me. And then I felt like he purposefully wasn't doing it right because I felt like he assumed I was just going to do it, which upset me because it made me feel almost like a slave. I'm not no fucking Molly maid. There were times I always told him where I stood. Like if I was upset about something, I'd be vocal about it on here, on a friggin' platform, talking to people. I mean, sometimes I don't shut up, but sometimes people want to hear what I have to say. Sometimes they don't. I would always let them know where I stood. Be like, listen, I understand, this is both our place. We both live here, but I said sometimes it feels like you just want to leave your shit around like I'm going to pick it up for you. And my problem is that I was so used to growing up, everything being in a specific place, and it was very militant growing up. And if something was out of its place, or there's too many this or too many that there, or that's not cleaned or put away, and I would be shit on for that, and it would need to be done. If I didn't, there would be consequences. So when it came to him not taking certain responsibilities or being disciplined, self-discipline, doing the things that I was used to being normal. But the problem with that is that I wasn't seeing the other side of it. It's okay to be laid back. It's okay for things not all to be perfectly aligned or in its place, or spick and span, or making it look like a fucking model home instead of being a cozy place where people live. That was the major thing. When it came to talking about emotions or past stuff, I would get upset when he was reluctant. Now, I did understand that a lot of this has to do with traumas, and the reason he may not want to talk is because of his own traumas, but it upset me so much to think that my partner didn't trust me. I felt like he didn't trust me to talk to me about that, or he didn't feel comfortable or safe enough to talk to me. And when I felt that, it made me feel like I wasn't worthy, like I wasn't deserving of that, even though I was open with him about my past and what I've been through. And I explained to him my process during some of my healing before we had separated, you know, what I was going through, my thought process, how I felt. Always, always, even with friends too, family, I always let people know where I stood. I never hesitated to speak my truth, my mind. But my problem I ran into, or there were a lot of people that ended up using that against me, which is unfortunate. But that's on them. Karma will come back and bite them. I am not expecting karma to come around, and I don't even care to see it for when it hits other people, because I don't wish it on them. I just understand how energy works, and what you put out, you will get back. So at this time, I'm going through a period of solitude, understanding what it's like to be on my own and get more acquainted with myself, and thinking back on my relationship with my ex-fiance, trying to learn the lessons instead of that all being a waste. You know, it was several years, and I don't want that to be a waste. I want to be able to take from it what I need to in order to learn from it. And I think a lot of the time when he wasn't, let's say, okay, let me switch it up. So there were times where he felt the need to give me affection. And because of the buildup of me not feeling appreciated for maybe cleaning the house and doing all this, because we both work. We both worked the full time. We both had the same job. We both did the same labor, got the same amount of money. It had nothing to do with finances. When we came home, I would get straight to my other job, which is cleaning, tidying, and stuff. Now, nobody put a gun to my head and told me I need to have the house clean or do this or do that or cook or anything like that. However, I didn't feel like it was equal, and it didn't feel even, and I would become resentful because I would see he's relaxing and enjoying himself, and I am still coming home after all that, and I'm still working. The only time I would sit down and relax is when I ate, have a shower, go to bed. It didn't feel like I got a chance to enjoy myself. And so I became resentful. But the thing is I was choosing to do the cooking, to do the cleaning, to do this, do that, do that, because I felt like if I didn't, that it wouldn't get done, regardless if that's true or not. So that made me resentful, and because of that, I didn't show as much affection, which I think this is something I learned. I didn't show as much affection as I could have. And I just realized before I turned the camera on, my own spirituality moment when I was, speaking outright. My spiritual team, I said, I don't feel the need to constantly say how much I love and care about the support that I'm getting, because I just feel like I don't have to. Like, if I repeat myself too much, that it has no meaning, that there's just no need for me to constantly every day say how much I truly care and how much I'm grateful and all this. And I did the best I could to try to think of why that would be. Why do I not feel the need to constantly show my gratitude or verbally speak it outright, how much I love and care about the support I get, or you know. And then I thought about, well, maybe that is what I'm used to growing up. Pretty sure I got rewarded with affection when it came to giving myself, in whatever way, you know, giving myself out. And that's when I got the love and affection. I did something good for somebody else, I got praise. I did this right, I did this proper, I did this right away, I did it right the first time, or or I figured this out on my own, or I did that myself. Do it yourself. Yeah, I heard that a lot. So when my ex tried to give me affection, there'll be times he'd come up to me and try to cuddle or something like that. I guess that I felt like he didn't deserve it, which is absolute bullshit. And I'd say, oh, I don't feel like cuddling right now. I mean, I'm not the biggest on cuddling to begin with. No matter how much I do want the love and affection, I just like refuse to allow myself to do that. Be vulnerable like that. Sure, I'll tell people where I stand and how I feel, but when it comes to like physically coddling, I don't know. And so I'd be like, no, not right now, or I don't really want to cuddle right now. Almost felt like maybe I didn't deserve it, or he didn't deserve it because, you know, he doesn't help out around the house or something. Still really struggling to that part of the introspection, where that would come from. But like I said, these are all lessons, and everything that has been given in front of me, even the situation I'm in now, I'm not expecting to hear from him. I did my best when we first split about a year ago to reach out, and anything I thought of at the moment that I wanted to be accountable for, I would text or message him, regardless of whether or not he gave me a response. I would be like, I really want to apologize for this, or I understand where you were coming from when this happened, or now I see, because I would go through similar things he was going through. And it's almost like the universe kind of put me in a position where I got to experience what he would, or what he had. At the time I was ever maybe feeling a certain way. I didn't have full understanding about it. And then I was like, oh, now I see why he did this. Or now I understand why he did that. And so at the beginning, I would message him or leave him a voicemail or whatever. And I would let him know, I get why you did this or whatever, but I slowly stopped doing that because you know what? At this point, everything happens for a reason, and there is a reason myself. I closed off and pulled away from him when I had a whole divine intervention there. Changed my entire life. I quit drinking, I quit smoking, I changed my diet, I pulled away my energy from almost everybody. I started finding my value and my worth, what was best for me, what was good for me, standing up for myself, saying no. What else? I ended up, what was it? 10 years almost. I was sick of the place that I was working at, and I ended up purposely almost getting myself let go. I think I had enough. And anyway, suffice to say, my entire life changed, and I began more of my healing. I only dabbled in it before, but this whole year has been an experience. And so what I'm basically sharing right now is this is me being vulnerable. So if you got anything from what I said, great. If you make fun of me, great. Hope you feel better later. And if you take something away from this, like, maybe I can think back to certain experiences I had and what I've learned from that. You know, it's refreshing to be taking self-accountability for shit. Forgiveness is great, too, with people that have hurt you, betrayed you, or done anything. But just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. And also understand that just because you forgive an individual, just because you forgive them if they've hurt you in any way, make sure you understand that you don't have to be around them. You don't have to subject yourself to anything negative. And you sure as hell don't have to go through a cycle once you've learned it. You don't have to repeat. You can make the choice to step away and do something different. Just do it differently this time. Take a different approach. Take another road, another avenue, another street. Go down a different path. Try something you've never tried before. If you're afraid to do something like me, starting my own freaking business, scared shitless, sure. But whatever, it's something I love to do. Just everything I told myself in the past that I didn't feel like I deserved because that was implanted in my head. I was taught early that anything good that I was receiving was not, I was taught that I didn't deserve it, or I wasn't worthy of it, or that, that was a bunch of bullshit. I had a lot of people tear me down and not appreciate the love I had to offer, all my gifts, talents, and abilities, anything that I could possibly offer, especially my love. Friend, family, you name it. Lover. Yeah. And I didn't want to make that. Once I decided to value myself, put myself first, set my boundaries down, cut people out and stuff like that, I didn't want to become bitter. I didn't want to deny myself connections or meeting new people or the opportunity to love again with another person, romantically. I didn't want to become bitter, cold, and cut off. That's not what I want. I want to learn from my mistakes, take my own self-accountability for shit, and I want to start new and do things differently. I don't want to repeat over and over and over again. There's a reason I had the divine intervention and I pulled back my energy and everything unfolded the way it did this entire year. There's a reason for it. I don't want that to be wasted at all. I don't want it to be in vain. I don't want it to be lessons not learned or anything like that. I want to take everything that's happened, good and bad, and even my own karma, good and bad. I want to be able to understand, grow, heal, and move forward without being bitter. I don't hold any bitterness towards my ex-fiance, my ex-friends, hell, ex-family at this point, unless they're willing to approach me and speak to me, not speak down to me, but yeah, It's a process. And sometimes it sucks, but, humility, like a little, or, kicking your own ass. The universe will do it for you anyways. If you're not on your right path, if you are not headed down the right path for you on your own journey, and you keep running into all these freaking walls, and shit outside of you keeps going wrong, like whether it be stuff breaking or whatever, things out of your control, and it just, the universe will let you know. They will kick your ass until you get back on the right track. I feel personally right now with the universe, they're just kind of making me sit here. I'm sitting here right now. I'm getting reacquainted, doing my healing, like a hermit mode, going into my shell, doing what I need to do at this time and using it wisely, trying not to rest too much when it comes to sleep, but I do need my rest too, because energetically, emotionally, spiritually, all the shit that I'm going through, the healing and stuff is draining. Absolutely draining, and I need to be able to replenish and re-energize myself and take care of my health and drink some freaking water. But yeah, it sucks. It does. I understand why a lot of people don't want to do this stuff. I understand why a lot of people make fun of other people that do this stuff. I understand why other people judge other people that do anything spiritual based. But they just haven't had enough ass whooping from the universe yet. Give it time. Eventually we all get sick of our own bullshit and we say enough's enough. And then we start doing the work on ourselves. We start going inward. We start doing the healing. We start getting a better understanding of ourselves, the inner workings. And then we start changing the attitude we show on the outside to other people. And if we don't, there are people in this world that it takes a lot for them to finally say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go within and I'm going to, what is my responsibility in all this? Like, I'll be perfectly honest, my current situation right now, where I am right now, the choices I made ended me up where I am right at this moment. And I'm truly grateful for everything I have at this very moment. I needed to let a lot of anxiety and worries and stress and stuff like that, I needed to change my frame of mind, my thinking. A couple months ago, just went through a period of, understanding that I don't need to be around other people to feel safe or secure. That was a huge thing for me. And that took a lot. That took a lot because I almost felt like the whole abandonment thing all over again. But I had to understand it. I had to realize it. So if you're going through some shit right now, at this very moment, and you're looking to other people for the reason you are where you are right now, instead of looking to yourself and asking yourself why you are where you are right now, or you're looking to others to take something from them or gain something from them instead of trying to gain it for yourself. Or you're looking to others to tear them down so you can feel higher up than them without having to do any work to just raise yourself up. So there's a lot of different scenarios, but wherever you are right now, however you're feeling, what you're portraying on the outside to other people and how you truly feel on the inside, if those two are not lined up, then one, we are walking around putting a mask on. That's you know, you can fake it till you make it. Sometimes it's healthy to, force a smile. Come on, you can do it. Just flip your mindset, right? That's great. But doing that too much and pretending like everything's okay and not acknowledging when you're hurt or there's pain inside or getting to the root cause of that and just carrying that the whole time, that's toxic, and that will hurt you and other people's around you too. So I used to say the whole fake thing a lot, just like other people. Oh, that person's so fake. And I've already gotten to a point on my journey where I realized that even just saying that, making that judgment is totally uncalled for. Because one, if that person is doing their best to put a smile on, or if they actually are genuinely feeling joy at that moment in time, despite what they're going through, regardless, either scenario, it's nobody's business to come along and say that you're fucking fake. Or because you don't hear the opposite, right? You don't hear the opposite. If somebody's having a bad day or they're upset or whatever, and they're walking around grumpy or something like that, you don't hear anybody call that fake, which I find interesting. So what I think it is that when people see other people happy, genuinely happy, it's almost like people don't know the difference anymore. It's almost like it's almost like they can't tell themselves what real happiness looks like. So they automatically assume anybody that's walking around in a good mood or happy, overly happy even, excitable or passionate, oh, that person's fake. Is it them that's fake, or is it you pretending like you're good and not acknowledging what the fuck's going on internally? What's fake? The only person we're kidding is ourselves, honestly, when it comes down to it. Whatever we tell ourselves. Like that saying, whatever you tell yourself to make yourself feel better or make yourself sleep at night or something like that. Well, I think there's a lot of people out there, myself excluded. I sleep a little too well. It's almost like I have a sleeping spell on me or something like that. It's a fucking pain in the ass to get out of, but I manage. Every day I get out of that shit. Negative energy weighs me down. People send a lot of shit to other people. They don't even realize they're doing it. Manipulating energy. You gotta be careful with that shit. You fuck with the wrong people, and it ends up coming back on you. And I don't say this for myself because I am not sending negative shit out to people. I don't want that. I want people to fucking heal. I want to encourage people to feel good. But I don't wish death on them, and I sure as hell don't wish them to be miserable and have nothing or lose everything or whatever. Sure as fuck don't want that for anybody, because when you send that negative energy out, if you fuck with the wrong person, that shit comes right back to you. Yeah, So be careful with that. And just, we gotta, myself included, when I'm having a shitty day, if I'm really feeling it and I'm still trying to pretend like I'm good, sometimes I just gotta sit my ass down and be like, no, I'm not feeling good right now. Why the fuck am I not feeling good right now? Okay, well, this, and this. Why the fuck is this, and this bothering me right now? Well, because this. Get to the real root problem. I'm not gonna walk around, go outside, and fucking trip somebody else and make them watch them fall on the ground or laugh at them or tear another person down because I'm fucking holding that shit in. No, I will force that out of myself like a goddamn exorcism. I will sit my ass down, be like, these negative energies gotta go. What I'm feeling right now, where's that coming from? Understand it, transmute it, get it the fuck out of me, cleanse that out. Cleanse my area, change my vibration. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, be like, no, I'm not going to feel this fucking depressive shit today, or I'm not going to feel this, I don't understand where this energy is coming from. I know this ain't my fucking energy, so somebody's hating on me hard today. What are we going to do? I'm going to fucking dance it off, okay? I'm going to paint something or do something creative. Get my juices flowing, you know? Fucking, yeah. But I'm not going to go out there and put it on somebody else. I got to be responsible for myself, my own actions, what I do, what I say, how I say it. Even being on a platform like this and talking to other individuals that even, you know, there's going to be a lot of people I know nothing about. I have to make sure when I'm talking that I'm not trying to make anybody feel any negative energy. I'm trying to uplift and come from a viewpoint of understanding that we're fucking human. We have emotions, and not acknowledging them is a problem. And lashing out at others is a problem. Not taking self-accountability is a problem. But we all have done it. We all have taken that negative energy instead of transmuting it ourselves for lack of understanding or a lack of knowledge on how to do that, or teachings. You know, nobody taught me how to do half the shit that I'm doing now. Some of it's passed down to me. I do stuff that I have no idea how I know how to do it. Not from notebooks or anything. It's just naturally. It's like like an ancestor passed the knowledge down or something in my DNA, or, you know, I just